Y'all, I know this was traditionally served as a side dish. Look at that. But I could eat this all day. What up, sous chefs? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while. I've been missing y'all like you know I always do, okay? First things first, let's take care of the business and we'll get to the fun. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you like it. And if you really like this video, leave me a comment down in the comment section. I love reading those comments. I want more. That's my bratty self. But anyway, if you are back, I want to say welcome back to all of you sous chefs. We're just out here ready to be the very best sous chefs that we can be. Maybe one day we'll make it to it being an executive chef, but for now, we are so happy doing what we do. Today, y'all, I got something very, very special for you, okay? This is something I've been wanting to do for a little while, but I wanted to get everything up and going before I really kind of started launching into that well-charted territory, right? And one of my previous videos, I showed you guys how I do my stuffed shells, and I said that it was one of my most requested recipes. That's true. I wasn't lying. I didn't lie. However, by far, the one thing that I am asked to make every single time I come to an event, every single time I come to a function, is what's coming up next. Mac and cheese. Home style Southern baked mac and cheese. That's what we're doing today, baby. Are y'all ready? Because my mac and cheese is the best. I mean, everybody says that, right? Everybody thinks their mac and cheese is the best. But, baby, if you haven't tasted mine, then you really don't know. Let's get into the video. We are making macaroni and cheese the home style way, the Southern way, the only way that anybody should be making it, okay? Okay. So, the first thing that we are gonna do for our macaroni and cheese is already a little bit untraditional. Y'all hear that? That's the sound of the noodles. But guess what? I know y'all think it's elbow macaroni, but it's not. It is gemelli, all right? The reason I've started using gemelli in my past, just like a lot of you that are watching today, you probably use that elbow macaroni. I too want to use the elbow macaroni, but I realized when I converted to the gemelli, I know you guys can see that, all those squiggles and curves and left, right, up and down, that holds all the delicious cheese in it, y'all. And I want my macaroni to hold the cheese, love the cheese, just like I'm holding and loving this box. All right, so we're gonna get this boiled. I always boil my noodles in chicken stock. Why? One, because that means I don't have to add salt later. And two, it tastes mad good. So I do not use oil. Every single Italian person I've ever worked with, like when they see Americans or anybody putting oil into their pasta, they're like, why do you do that? It's a waste of oil. It doesn't keep it from sticking. Like, all you have to do is stir it. So I don't use oil. I boil with chicken stock and add a little bit of that house seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic salt in the pot as it's boiling. When we're done doing that, I'll be right back. And anytime I'm making pasta, I want whatever I'm adding to stick to it. Oh, this looks a little bit dark, but this is just chicken broth. It's cooking, cooked down just a little bit. The one thing that I do a little bit differently than I know some people do is especially when it comes to Southern mac and cheese, is making a cheese sauce. I find it to be very, very important because I do use egg in my recipe. It's not required, but it's just what I've always done and known. But to make sure that that egg doesn't become the highlight of the dish, I always want to use a cheese sauce in combination with unmelted cheese to give it kind of different levels of cheesiness. 4 tablespoons of butter. And the next thing we're going to do is add about 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I know, I'm crazy. You want to definitely have a whisk, and you want to whisk this in. The idea is to cook the flour, not to have it just be chilling into like little weird clumps. You don't want to take a bite of flour in your mac and cheese, so this is a very important step. You see this kind of texture that we're at right here? Once it gets to that point, we're going to go ahead and add about a cup of heavy whipping cream. Y'all know I like heavy whipping cream. Hello? Heavy whipping cream. Yes, heavy whipping cream. You don't eat mac and cheese to lose weight. You know it's time to start adding the cheese when it sticks to the back of a spoon. So we have that consistency right here. And here comes the cheese. I want you guys to know something. I promise you, if you follow my instructions step by step, you will have the cheesiest macaroni, most delicious macaroni you have ever tasted. I know a lot of people are resistant to using eggs, but you don't have to have stiff macaroni and cheese when you use eggs. It's just to give it a little bit of form, but it should still be cheesy. If your macaroni and cheese is not cheesy because you use eggs and you use too many, or you just didn't do it right. Now I'm off my high horse. 2 eggs. We're going to crack these into our measuring cup. And mostly because I just generally do this to ensure that there's no shells in my mixture. All right, so we have 2 large eggs in our measuring cup. And the last thing that we want to do, we're going to add about 8 ounces of sour cream right in here. Growing up, I was always taught to mix my milk in my eggs, but I just have decided over the years that this is the way that I prefer to do it. And I've added sour cream, you know. I was never taught to put sour cream, but I have realized that it helps the creaminess and the cheesiness. So we're gonna add some of that house seasoning. Couple shakes right on top. I'll show you. That's enough. And mix it back in. All right, and we're back. As you can see, I have my cast iron skillet here. I just put some butter on it because butter makes it better. First thing we want to do is add the noodles to the pan, just a little layer, just to cover the bottom. Over the noodles, we're gonna add a little bit of our sour cream and egg mixture. Just kind of drizzle it over. Followed by our cheese mixture. Look at this, baby. I'm gonna move that around a little bit. Make sure it covers all of the noodles. Then we're gonna top it with cheese. And then we're gonna do it again. Mozzarella. sharp cheddar. And just so you guys know, we are using the same exact cheeses that we used in our cheese sauce. We are just giving it an extra layer of cheesiness on top. Monterey Jack cheese. More noodles. The rest of our sour cream egg mixture. The rest of our cheese sauce. With the cheese sauce, I don't worry too much about spreading it all the way to the edges, mostly because I know people do actually kind of like crispy edges in macaroni and cheese. And with a round pan, such as a cast iron skillet, more than like 4 people can have one. Because you know, if you're using like a rectangle glass or something like that, there's legit only 4 real edges. So I'll try to like spread it to the edge, but I'm not like going to press myself to get it all the way to the ends. If it doesn't go, then it ain't going, okay? And to top it off, we're gonna do more cheese. Make sure all of the edges are covered with cheese though. We don't want to neglect the cheese just because we're not getting the cheese sauce on the edges. The edges need love too. You gotta have your edges, right girls? Right ladies, we need our edges. Last but not least, a little mozzarella. Mozzarella is so cheesy and so pooly. If I'm doing something with cheese, it better have mozzarella. Because mozzarella likes to cheese pool and I love her for that. And then we're done. We're throwing this in the oven for about 35 minutes at 375 and then we taking it out and loving it, y'all. Okay, see you then. Behold, we have our mac and cheese. I can't wait to eat this with you guys. Y'all, didn't that look beautiful? I'm so excited to eat with you guys. If you see my little grease stain, don't mind me, okay? Wow, that mac and cheese has been making the house smell so good. I just want y'all to know, before we even taste this, I already know that it tastes good. This is what I do. Okay, but here we are with a lovely plate of mac and cheese. Y'all saw the way it came out of that pan. Cheesy, it's got that crunchy bit. It's cheesy, it's pooly. Let's check if it's delicious. It's really hot, so, ooh, you see that steam coming up off of it? That gemelli noodle just holds on to everything. Let's take a bite. Let's taste our creation, sous chefs. Please, God. Y'all, I know this was traditionally served as a side dish. Look at that. I could eat this all day, baby. It's got that crunch on the edge, just like I like. The noodle part is not tough, nice and cheesy. Oh. I don't even care, it's on my lip right now. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Y'all, I know this is last quickly in the video, but after 1 or 2 bites, but it's so good. I know. You guys want some. I'm making you jealous. Sous chef, can you make it for me? Teach me your recipe. Well, guess what? Y'all know the drill. I showed you how to do it. Now, I'm gonna give you a bite, but fake you out and tell you to make it yourself, because now you know how. It's so bad.